Jagdpanzer IV was a German tank destroyer based on the Panzer IV chassis and built in 3 main variants. As one of the casemate-style turretless Jagdpanzer designs, it was developed against the wishes of Heinz Guderian, the Inspector General of the Panzertruppen, as a replacement for the StuG III. Guderian objected against the needless, in his eyes, diversion of resources from Panzer IV tank production, as the Sturmgeschütz III was still more than adequate for its role. Officially, only the L/48 armed vehicle was named Jagdpanzer IV. The L-70 armed vehicle was named Panzer 470. In this article, both versions are referred to in general as Jagdpanzer IV, except in the variants and surviving vehicles section. With experience gained during the initial phases of the Battle of Stalingrad, in September 1942, the Wehrmacht's Arms Bureau, the Waffenamt, called for a new standard for heavy assault guns: 100 mm of armor to the front, 40-50 mm on the sides, wider tracks, ground clearance of 50 centimeters, top speed of 26 kilometers per hour, and the lowest possible firing positions. The new Panzerjäger design would be armed with the same 7.5 centimeter gun as fitted to the Panther, the PaK 42L/70. Initially, a new chassis was planned, but that of the Panzer IV had to be used. Previous efforts to mount bigger guns on smaller chassis resulted in the Marder series as well as StuG III. The Marder series were tall and had open crew compartments. The new design had a low silhouette and completely enclosed casemate-style fighting compartment. The Jagdpanzer IV used a modified Panzer IV version H chassis, but the almost vertical front hull plate was replaced by sloped armor plates. Internally, the layout was changed to accommodate the new superstructure, moving the fuel tanks and ammunition racks. Since the Jagdpanzer lacked a turret, the auxiliary engine which powered the Panzer IV turret traverse mechanism could be eliminated. The new superstructure had 80 mm thick sloped armor, giving much greater protection than vertical armor of 100 mm. To make the manufacturing process as simple as possible, the superstructure was made from large, interlocking plates that were welded together. The final prototype of the Jagdpanzer IV was presented in December 1943, and production started in January 1944, with the PaK 39L48 armed variant staying in production until November. Production of the PaK 42L/70 armed variants started in August and continued until March/April 1945. On 19-22 August 1943, after the Battle of Kursk, Hitler received reports that StuG III performed better than the Panzer IV within the constraints of how they were deployed. It was thus intended to stop production of the Panzer IV itself at the end of 1944 to concentrate solely on production of the Jagdpanzer IV, but the Panzer IV continued to be produced until the end of the conflict, along with Jagdpanzer IV. WWII in Plauen switched completely from Panzer IV production to Jagdpanzer IV in spring 1944. Krupp Grusenwerk in Magdeburg switched to StuG IV in early 1944, and only the Nibelungenwerk in St. Valentin continued with Panzer IV production. After the war, West Germany continued the Jagdpanzer concept with the Kanonenjagdpanzer, but few other fixed casemate self-propelled guns were built in the post-war era. An innovative exception was the Swedish Stridsvagn 103, more widely known as the S-tank. Along with Panzer IV and Sturmgeschütz III, Syria acquired in the 1956 Jagdpanzer IV L-48. These were used in the conflicts with Israel up until 1967, when most were either destroyed, abandoned on the Golan Heights overlooking Israel, or scrapped.